Afternoon. Oh, excuse me, I'll put my glasses on because it's pigging brighter than a bright thing out here. Oh, that's better. We're at a place called Nesby. I'm sure that's how you don't pronounce it. I've come about an hour and a quarter north. We're in Norway. Wow. That's the only word I can describe for the roads that I've been driving along. Wow. And there's a lady I've been following on Instagram called Bettinor. Check her out. I'll try and remember to pop a link below. Some fabulous stuff. She does a lot of ladies football, but she loves this place. And I thought, oh, that looks really good. And she's really, really helpful to me. Gave me some ideas of where to go, things that are a little bit different. And Nesby Church, this wee beastie here, was one of the things she suggested. And I thought, yeah, why not? I have a few locations that I want to get to before we head into sunset. And this is fabulous. The crosses that you can see, that one there, and you might just be able to make them out over here. They're all metal. They're absolutely beautiful. Might try and do a few close-ups. Oh, there's a biting wind. It's about, well, it was -11 when I left the car, and now we've got the wind chill factor, so it's probably about -15, -16. And there's quite a breeze because we're at the coast. Whew. So I'm not going to be hanging around too long because I've got 3 batteries that have to last me all day and possibly all night, and no way of recharging them while I'm up here. So I've plonked the tripod down. I have opted for f9 or 1/125th of a second, ISO 100 as per. There's going to be a bit of cloning to do. Because the sun is directly behind me, we're getting the shadow in from the tripod, so that's going to have to get cloned, but there really is nothing I can do about that. If I get down any lower, there's going to be all sorts of weird and wonderful distortion angles going off on the church, and I didn't want that. But it's so beautiful. It's wooden, white, beautiful highlights on the wooden window frames and the doors. There's just a dusting of snow on the roof and a beautiful spire that presumably is copper that's weathered. I don't know if you can see up there. But it's fabulous. Now let me just flip you around. Look at the ice flows down here where the river, or the ocean, because this is a fjord, I believe, hasn't actually frozen up. There's shapes in the patterns down there. Absolutely amazing. Then you've got, that's presumably the road that I've just come in on right over in the distance. And then if I spin you around here, excusez-moi, you just make them out in the background. We've got some hills and mountains, lovely little fishing village over there. Looks like it's an operational one. Maybe a bit like Whitby, excuse me, that's better. Maybe a bit like Whitby. I've just seen a couple of trawlers go in. There's a cloud bank coming in, but for the time being we've got blue sky and sunshine. It is meant to snow a little bit later on, but then apparently it's going to clear up. And I really don't know if you'll pick this up on the camera, but just out on the water there's steam coming off it. Because the sun, when you're out of the wind, is actually surprisingly strong. And these little sheds, I've just noticed, that one looks like a public convenience. Where am I pointing? There. I bet it isn't, but hey ho. But they've got thatched roofs. Well, I say thatched, they're sort of wild grasses. Oh, this is absolutely fabulous. And the drive up's been superb. Because I'm not used to driving these conditions, I've been very sensible. I've stuck at an average of about 70 kilometres an hour. And I've barely seen a soul. Which is probably just as well because I'd have caused a traffic jam, but hey. So I'm going to have a go at shooting this from the front. I'm going to try and hide the sun behind the spire. And we'll see if that works, because this then gives me a cleaner background. At the moment, even though I'm shooting on the wide angle, so all the surrounds are pushed away into the distance, I've still got clutter over there, and I've got clutter over there. I'll catch you in a bit. A little bit out of the wind, so I'm not using my external mic, so apologies if there is the slightest bit of wind noise. But these metal crosses, the headstones, are fantastic. I've got the light coming in from the right hand side, and it's really making the colours pop. Sorry, my mouth's getting a bit frozen up. So I've come down really low. I've only got one and a little bit leg extended on the tripod, and I'll show you what we're doing. That essentially is the framing that I've done. The little cross and the big cross, and I'm guessing, I may be wrong because I haven't been able to read the inscriptions, I'm guessing that may be a parent and a child, which is very sad if it is. But then just the white fence behind the snowy hills in the background. And I think that makes quite a moving and thought-provoking image. There's one more object I want to shoot here, and I'm not sure what the hell it is, but I'm going to go and have a look. This was the structure that I wanted to shoot as well. I believe it's what they use to hang the fish on to dry. Now, I could be 100% wrong on that, but it certainly kind of fits my theory. It's a beautiful wooden structure, and there's rows and rows of wire running horizontally. I'm certain that it's what they use to hang fish on. Now, I would like to have got up and shot it from the right-hand side, but I put my foot down and went up to me, almost up to my hip in snow. So I thought, maybe not the best idea. So I've stayed down on this side. It's almost what I want. The tide isn't in, so I'm getting a black strip on my left-hand side of my image, which I'm going to end up cloning out. And I think I'm going to increase the sky a bit. I'm on the 11mm. But shooting at 11mm, if I stand too far back, I get the grasses in at the front, which I didn't want. I wanted it really, really minimal. Let me spin you around. Hold on. There you go. What a fantastic structure. Now, I can't get the exposure to brighten anymore. So when I'm shooting, I'm getting this little bit in here. And then I'm getting the grasses in down here if I stand too far back. But I didn't want to go side on, because then you wouldn't see the fact it is actually a huge triangle. So shooting from about here is where I was. And I think I'm just going to extend the sky a little bit. The ground I wasn't too worried about, that's fine, but I wanted a little more room at the top. And that was just a handheld shot. I didn't bother with the tripod at all. What a fantastic view. And it's a really surreal feeling. Oh, seeing ice. Not just snow, but ice on the foreshore. It's fascinating. And it is solid ice. I'm walking on it with my spikes. And that's another shot of the church. And if the foreground was a little bit prettier, I'd be tempted to shoot that. But it's not, so I'm not going to. You can see the light catching it, it's gorgeous. But look at all those ice floes. And as I say, that snow is seriously thick. Seriously thick. In fact, there's a load of cloud coming in up there. Let me see if you can see, it's just diffusing the sunlight. I'm wondering if that's a snowstorm coming in. Hey ho. Oh, I'll be right, I can always sleep in the car. But what a fantastic place. Neseby. Or Neseby, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. It's Norwegian.